All right, thank you, Anna Larai. Welcome, everyone, to our December 6th, 2022 Global Meditation. My name is Paula, and I'm part of your ground crew, and it is my great pleasure to introduce you to the rest of the ground crew. You've been listening to Anna Larai, our voice, also Ribbons. Her and Christian come to us from Vancouver Island in British Columbia. Sarah La joins us from Florida. Maria's in Germany, and I live in Montana. And while we were away last week, we had 2 Heart Collective members that had a birthday. And so we would like to say to Gail and to Christian both, we know you had wonderful birthdays. We just want you to know how much you mean to each of us and all of us. And we wish you a very happy birthday, even though we're a little bit behind time. And with that, it's back to Anna Larai.
Thanks, Paula. Much appreciated. Let me just mute you here. All right. Well, we've got some more people coming in now. So welcome to Anna and Bonnie and Vincent and Carolina and Alan. Welcome, Cindy, and welcome Efrat and Giselle and Ingrid. Welcome Maria EV and welcome to Kathy. So glad to have you with us. Let me just close the poll here now. Okay. All right. Have a few different announcements tonight, so just bear with me. So tomorrow night there is the last full moon of 2022. So it's I'm doing the guided full moon meditation tomorrow at exactly this time. It's available on my website, sparklesoflove.love, and you do receive the recording about a couple hours after we have the meditation. So if you can't join us live, you will get the recording. And the energies this week have been running really strong. There have been lots of aha moments. So I'm trusting, as always, it will be an amazing journey. And it'll be the last time you hear it called the full moon meditation, because the guides have changed the name in 2023 to reflect more what it is. And the new name will be called Advanced Opportunities. Advanced Opportunities. So the last full moon is tomorrow night. And a couple of other things. Let me just see here. Also in the month of December, I know many of you have not worked with me privately before, but I am offering 20% off private sessions in the month of December only. So if you go to the website, you'll see that there's a code there. And the code, I think, is ALR20 for Anna Larai 20, and you'll get a 20% off at checkout in the for private sessions, whether that be clearing and clarity sessions, family sessions, or even if you've booked the 5 or 10 transformation sessions. So great value and great to get some things cleared up before we move into those really strong energies of 2023. So that is available. And wanted to let you know that in December, we have 3 more meditations. We have 3 meditations. So we have next week will be at the 10:30 in the morning, okay, which is December 13th. And then on the 20th, we will have this time. Right now, there is nothing scheduled for December 27th, but keep an eye out. Often the Alchemy like to do a year-end meditation near the end of the year. So we haven't really figured that out yet. So there may be one additional global meditation for that time. So just to watch for that if you're interested in joining us for that. And then the last announcement I have here, so I'm just trying to find all the pictures here, is we got a bunch of new information about Soul Connections. So for those of you that don't know, Soul Connections is something, is a monthly membership that I'm going to be offering starting in January, and you can register now. And it is to support the purposes. The reason I'm doing it is to support you energetically throughout the year, an extra layer of support, and to bring forth a community of like-minded souls. And when I was running the one-day workshop, Moving into Your Ascension, on Saturday, one of the beings of light, gave us so much more information on it. And we're going to get a blog out about that, but I just want to share a couple of pieces so that you understand. So even though it's a private Facebook group, we're going to set an energetic container, and they said, and the Venusian High Council and the Alchemy Collective Consciousness are going to be two of the major groups holding the energetics of the container for the year. A guide will be channeled for you that wants to work with you for the whole year. And then each week there's going to be prompts, questions for you to answer or things for you to do to help you move forward on your spiritual journey and to interact with other members. And I will be doing at least once a month a half-hour live session in there, channeling or different things. Might be a question and answer. It really depends. And then it also includes every month the group vortex healing. So that link will be posted within the group, and that will be that will all be included. And right now, until December 21st, there is a special price that will last you the whole year if you sign up before the 21st. And on December 21st, we're going to do a launch party where we're going to create the energetic container. I'm going to do a draw for people, and the guides are going to do some other things. But here is some information that I didn't know of. I found it out on Saturday as I was channeling for everybody. And so I'm quoting Non here. We, on the higher dimensions and realms, see this community that Anna Larai is creating, Soul Connections, as a beginning steps of humans actually moving into oneness. We're excited about it because we see that humanity is willing to start to move into a level of collectiveness together. And on the energetic side, it is the beginning of the birthing of the next level of consciousness. And Non said, if this resonates with you, it is probably because your soul is calling you forward to be a part of this. So in a few days, we'll get it up on Sparkles of Love in a blog and watch the newsletter. There'll be more information, but that monthly pricing is available until December 21st when we do our launch party, and then it will increase for the rest of the year. But if you purchased before December 21st, then your price stays the same all year. All right. And I think that's everything. I just really wanted to share that what Non brought through about the soul connections. All right. So let's get started even more by connecting to the light and just see, feel, or sense as we bring in that pure source light. And I'm going to ask everyone to consciously connect to their highest self. And you're always connected, but just consciously connect and just see before you this beautiful golden disc. And it's larger than a dinner plate. And as you step upon it, just feel it bring you up, up, up to the alchemy's field. And if you're with us for the first time, as you look down this beautiful field, there are large trees on either side, and there's beautiful grasses and wildflowers everywhere. And as you look down the field, there is this beautiful crystal, and it's the size of an old oak tree, and it's quartz-like in texture and color, and that's the Alchemy's home crystal, the Alchemy's home crystal. And they invite everyone to come down around the crystal. and to come around the crystal in a circle. Greetings, beloved ones. We are the alchemy, and on this day we greet you. It is our pleasure to be present with you, as always, and we call forth on Analarai, the one we call ribbons. We call forth on Karila, Mother Gaia, and Christian to step into the crystal and to consciously connect your hearts together, for we run our energies through these beings. And we invite you to remember that ours is always a co-creation. We do not come to save you. That is not our purpose. We come to co-create a new future with you. And so see or feel now as we send a purple ray or ribbon down through the crystal to Analarai and through her heart. And that purple ray or ribbon comes out to connect with your heart now. And see or feel now as a blue ray or ribbon comes down and it connects with Christian. And he sends that from his heart out to yours. And it connects with your heart and it moves to the back. And it wraps around, it goes out the back and wraps around this whole group until it connects in once again with you. And see or feel now as Mother Gaia sends a green ray or ribbon. And it comes down and through her heart and connects directly with your heart now as we form this group heart. And finally, Karila. She too is within the crystal, and she sends a platinum ray to connect with each of you. And just feel now as we send love and light through the purple, the blue, the green, and the platinum ray to each of you. And just receive. Just receive all this love and light. And feel now as the diamond lights begin to run. And the white, the pink, and the gold begin to flow towards you. And feel as your highest self will always choose the percentages of diamond lights in the white, the pink, and the golden. And these are the energies of the ascension or the awakening. And each of these carries the codes of remembrance, the codes of awakening, of remembering who you are on all levels. And the white is the base diamond light, and the pink is for the physical form, and the golden is for healing. And we invite you to call on these diamond lights for up to 30 consecutive minutes, twice per day now. And one of these times is always at what you call the bedtime. And simply receive these energies. Just allow this diamond light to flow. And from this space, we ask you to repeat 3 times with us the new intentions that were co-created for 2023. And this, we would add, is why we are here, we, the Alchemy Collective. We come at the time of transition to assist a planet and her people in the Great Awakening. We cannot force anything. We cannot choose for you. We would never circumvent your free will. We honor your sovereignty. But what we are wanting to co-create with you on the energetic level is that within 2023, all of humanity can opt for a gentle awakening to remember their true divine nature. Within 2023, all of humanity can opt for a gentle awakening to remember their true divine nature. And for a third time, within 2023, all of humanity can opt for a gentle awakening to remember their true divine nature. And we share with you that we invite you to say this 3 times a day. Once, just repeating 3 times like we just did, and that what this does is it helps to create the energetics to bring this forth. And it must be created in the etherics before it can manifest into the earthly planes or into the physical. So the diamond lights continue to run. And see or feel now as an ascended master or an enlightened one joins you on your golden disc. And they consciously connect with your heart to support you. And just feel now or see the 11 rings of angels around this crystal, around this golden platform upon which the crystal is placed. And just feel those angelic beings as they beam love and light to you. And for those of you that have been with us, for we have been present almost 10 of your years now in your time. It is coming up at the end of January. It will be, we think, 10 of your years. And you will remember that in the beginning, our focus was 100% Gaia and the planet. But right now, to assist humanity, individuals, and the collective to shift and awaken and remember who they are, remember their magnificence, is where our priority is, because that is what will support Gaia the most, that humanity awakens and remembers. And those of you who are not familiar, we remind you that this is also an ascension for the being of light that you refer to as Gaia, for she too is coming to the end of her contracts, and this is why Karila and others are coming forth to release her so she may go to her next journeys and to hold the collective consciousness on planet Earth. So continue to receive the white, the pink, and the golden diamond light. Continue to feel the enlightened one connected to you and the 11 rings of angels around the crystal. And just feel all this love and light coming through the purple, the green, the blue, and the platinum rays. Greetings, beloved ones. I am Karila, and I have asked the Alchemy's permission to come forward and address you in these moments. And you will hear more from me in the 2023 year. But in this moment, I simply want to send you more love through this platinum ray. And more what we call newvenation, the energies that I work with that are a combination of the rejuvenation energies and the very new energies that have not been on your planet before. So we have renamed it newvenation. And I send this directly from my heart to yours through the platinum ray or ribbon that connects us. Simply receive and allow the diamond lights and this newvenation to flow into your physical form through the chakra system, through the auric field, and in to the organs and the body systems. Continue to receive this newvenation, the love I am sending, and the diamond lights. It is important. It is important to fill up on a daily basis with these energies, with source light, with love and light, with diamond lights and newvenation. The more that you can start to align with these higher frequencies and bring them into your field, the easier and better it will be for each of you. The easier and better it will be for each of you. For what comes forth in 2023 will be even stronger. The reason it is important, what it means, is that as these new frequencies come in, it will not be as harsh on your physical form because they have already received infusions of them over the last months or even the last year or couple of years for those doing the diamond light. And so it is easier on the human body and this is why we continually remind you to bring in the diamond light up to 30 consecutive minutes twice a day, once during what you call the bedtime. This is what you might call preparation to make it easier. And we hope that that makes sense to you. And I continue to flow the vibrations of newvenation as the diamond light continues to flow into your forms. Simply allow. And we share that this is available to all who wish. And we would invite you to tell other people about the diamond light and about newvenation, and invite them to our global meditations or our website. For you remember that we do this, and Anna Larai especially does all of this for what you call without charge. This is all available to anyone who has access to a phone or a computer. We would suggest, if you have never experienced the diamond light, that you actually listen to a meditation first so you can feel it the strongest as you bring it in. There are no restrictions in terms of who can receive this. It is available for any who wish it. But we would say that when you are receiving on a daily basis, it is not when you are driving or operating machinery. You do not need to sit in meditation, but you can. But it is not, you don't want to be doing it when your focus and attention needs to be elsewhere. Because this is an energetic download, and your highest self will regulate how much of the white or the pink or the golden you get, or you may simply choose yourself. One day you might choose all pink to support the body, or maybe it's golden because you're feeling unwell and so you simply receive golden, or it's white and gold or pink and gold. You can choose, or your highest self chooses. And the energy of newvenation continues to flow. And feel now as the alchemy bring forth the crystal clear diamond light, in addition to the white, the pink, and the gold. And this is the energy of the future, of the highest potentials, both for you and for the planet. And I continue to fill you with newvenation as the diamond lights continue to flow. And while others have asked before if these diamond lights or the newvenation clears your energy field of old blockages or beliefs or wounds, the answer is no, but it does fill you up with higher vibrations. And as your body begins to hold more and more higher frequencies, then those old densities will begin to come forward to release, that allows you to deal with them with grace and ease to assist in the shifting. And now the alchemy begin to also run with the white, the peach, the pink, and the golden, and the crystal clear, the peach diamond light. And the peach diamond light is the energy of transformation and alchemical change. and the white and the peach, the crystal clear and the white work so well together that we always bring them in together. The energies of alchemical change and the energy of the highest potentials, the energy of the future. Just continue to receive the peach and crystal clear diamond lights, the white, the pink, and the golden, and the vibrations I call newvenation into your physical form and your energetic field. All of the diamond lights carry the codes of remembrance of who you are on all levels. And we know in this group right now, there are those who are going through grief and others who are having difficulty with physical illnesses and others yet having challenges with family and this time of year. And just feel as all of the beings of light present and more send more love and more light to each of you to support you in whatever way is needed most in these moments. And we remind you, if you can, to not dwell on the fear, to turn your attention away from it, and to remember the things and the people and the moments that bring you joy and peace. And should you wish it, there is what you call a diamond light network below your feet that collects the excess of diamond lights to be utilized as needed. And so as you are filled up and you are saturated with any of or all of the diamond lights, simply allow the excess to flow into the diamond light network below you. And I, Karila, slowly stop running the newvenation. But feel now, as the blue diamond light begins to flow, and you will see it as light blue or dark blue. It is only for you. It is very individualized. It is your divinity. It is your divinity. So the blue, all the other colors go to everyone, but this is individualized, for it is your divinity. So you will see or feel the equivalent of a thread of blue diamond light coming into your crown chakra now. And simply receive. And the blue, the peach, the crystal clear, the white, the pink, and the golden all flow into your human form. Simply allow and receive. And if you fall asleep, that is okay, as long as you're not driving, of course. Sometimes these energies feel so strong that it puts you to sleep. And it doesn't mean you can't handle them. It just means it is the easiest way in that moment for your body to receive them. And we must say that in your 2023 year, we are very excited about our Mexico gathering in April. Because of these last couple of years when you have not been able to do full gatherings in person, we know that you will feel significant differences in the vibrations and energies held at a gathering for you. And just as you receive these vibrations and energies, when you are in person, it is magnified greatly. And so the blue diamond light slowly and gently stops running, and it would never have gone into the Diamond Light Network. And the peach and the crystal clear diamond light slowly stop flowing. And the white, the pink, and the golden diamond light gently stop flowing. But we are going to ask you once again from your heart, repeat with us 3 times the 2023 intentions from this space of expansion, where you've been filled with diamond lights and love and newvenation for this time. Within 2023, all of humanity can opt for a gentle awakening to remember their true divine nature. Within 2023, all of humanity can opt for a gentle awakening to remember their true divine nature. And finally, within 2023, all of humanity can opt for a gentle awakening to remember their true divine nature. And just feel as the energies of these intentions move out through time and space, through ripples across your planet. And we invite you to share this in your social media, to place posters and stores and meeting places where you may, and to assist in truly creating this together. And so gently, the Enlightened One embraces you and thanks you for being present today. And when we dissolve our group heart, we are going to open it up for questions, which we don't always do. And we might be able to answer some of your questions, not all, but if you have any, we are happy to take a few minutes and see if we can assist in helping the mind. And so see or feel now as Karila gently dissolves the platinum ray. And Mother Gaia gently dissolves the green ray. And the Christian one gently dissolves the blue ray and the group heart. And Anna Larai gently dissolves this purple ray. And your golden discs bring you back to your own time and space. And you may raise your hand if you have a question, and we will unmute you. Well, Anna Larai will. Or you may write in. And so one asks, upon multiple listenings, may we still be able to take advantage of Karila and all the vibrations and the diamond light mentioned? Yes, beloved. Yes, beloved. But we would remind you to not overload yourself. There are reasons why we only do diamond light up to 30 minutes twice a day. And we share with you that when we began with the diamond light approximately 3 years ago, 5 minutes in a day was all that you got. So we would say that if you were listening to this again, and we will ask Christian to put this on the notice on the website thing, that you may listen to this and receive one other time a week. One other time a week. But any more than that, and there is very good chances that you're overloading your systems, and that is not beneficial for you. So moving forward after this week, if you wanted to listen to this recording once a week to receive some of these energies, then yes. Which other questions or comments do you have, beloved ones? We hope, we being the Alchemy, that many of you will consider joining the Soul Connections community. For there is so much that will happen there. It is such a beautiful energetic opportunity and a place to make new friendships and connect. But we are going to hold, along with the Venusian High Council and others, very strong energetic support for you in these places, in this particular place. And so we would invite you, even if you are not what you call a Facebook fan, that this is being placed there, but how we hold it will also send ripples out in the most positive way to Facebook and to other social medias. But it will be a place for you to be supported, a place for you to share and be heard, a place for you to grow with like-minded individuals. And another says, when will more work be done with the Rainbow Miracle Ray? That changes, beloved. We don't plan these things ahead, so we cannot really answer that. The rainbow ray of the diamond light is the ray of power, and we utilize it sometimes at a gathering or a one-day workshop, but these things are not planned in advance because they were based on the vibrational frequency and what is happening in the collective of consciousness of your planet. Can you speak of the year 2023? Yes, we will share a little, but you must realize that we don't give specific details. That has never been, in 10 years almost, what we do. We will never say a date and tell you that something will happen, because in our estimation, it doesn't work that way. And so what we are calling, what we say with Anna Larai and what you will hear, it is a year of change and transformation. We will share with you that Anna Larai herself is very, very excited about 2023 and the potentials it brings. But we will also say, as we have said many times, as do other beings of light tell you right now, that there is a huge energetic wave moving through the time frame you refer to as 2023, and the wave has begun, so to speak. How many of you have felt in the last week or so the energy is quite strong? A show of hands if any of you have. And not all of you feel energies, we understand that. So several of you have, yes. And it is just beginning to ramp up. And that is good on a planetary level. That is good on an awakening level, because it means things are changing and the vibration is going up. But at the same time, it means that the densities are being released. It means, and some of you, one says, much pain in the body. As these higher vibrations come in, you will not be able to hold all of these low vibrations. And this is why the more that you look at how you spend your time and what you eat and how often you get in nature and what you watch on television and the internet, the more you prepare your physical and emotional and spiritual body, the easier it will be for you. This is why bringing in the diamond light every day, spending time in silence or spending time in nature is so important. And in 2023, with this wave, the analogy we have used is some of you that are really prepared will be able to surf over the top of the wave or ride the wave, rather than others who will be tossed around in the curl of the wave. So you will see, potentially, because we cannot predict exactly, but we would say that you will definitely see some chaos energy arising next year. And the most important thing is to stay out of the fear. Whenever you go into fear, you add that vibration of fear to those who are creating the fear and the chaos. So it is like you're adding fuel to the fire as you speak. And so the more that you can stay in neutrality, or if you go into the fear, the faster you can move out of it and go back into alignment, the more you help yourself and you help humanity. And that is really all we want to say about 2023, because there is so much that could come. Does it cause corruption to surface? And what are you saying when you say it? What do you mean? Could you explain what the it is? And another says, it's always intense for me for at least a decade now. It's been like this regardless of the energy work or meditation I do daily. Past years, few years the insomnia has been awful, and maybe that's from menopause and life stress. Thank you, Anna. What we would say, beloved one, that we speak to you, let us just one moment here. This is Anna. We are speaking on behalf of Anna Lerai because we don't scan you the way she does. And she has access in ways that we don't. And we would say to that individual that you are holding on to a wound from another lifetime of trauma that is unhealed. And so we will share that with you if that assists at all. And that is really Anna Lerai who is doing the scanning. So the other says, does the wave cause corruption to surface? So sometimes these questions are very difficult to answer because what is about to happen on your planet hasn't happened here before. We would say that that places on your planet, people and places and organizations and will all experience an upheaval, that as the planet is being bathed in higher and higher frequencies, that there needs to be a release of the density. So in human terms, you might say that corruption will come to the surface, but we would not call it that way. We would say that the densities will need to be released. But we don't know what that is going to look like in your human terms. Does anyone else have a question that we might be able to give a little light on? The most important things in the coming year is how you manage yourself, how you choose to live your life each and every day, the daily things. What are you putting in your body? How much are you moving your body? Are you drinking enough water? Are you spending some time in meditation? If you are filled with anger, that is going to be manifested even stronger in 2023. You want to be able to be neutral or enjoy or happiness or peace. The more that you can find ways to be peaceful, to let go of any old grudges, the better it will be for you. The more that you live your days in kindness, the better it will be for you. The amount of, if you are watching a lot of violence on your TV or internet or going down many rabbit holes, you must remember that the more fear you follow, the more that the fear has hold over you. And that is the worst thing you can do in 2023, because as the vibrations rise on your planet, so does your ability to manifest. So as soon as you think it, you are manifesting far more. And so it could be positive things or what you call negative things. And another says, thank you for the meditation and the Q&A. I agree with this other person. I've been trying everything for well over a decade to awaken and no avail. Past few years have been so intense, so much grief. Do I have blocks from past lives too? We would say many of you have blockages from past lives. This is part of what this lifetime you agreed to come to awaken. And in order to do that, you agreed to release many of your still remaining what some of you call karma, or wounds and blockages from other lifetimes, And some of you have done work for many years, and some of you have never done any work. But we would also say that part of it, and we don't say this to discourage anyone, but part of it is if you haven't done it from your heart, it hasn't worked very well. You can't release the past life wounds and blockages through the mind. It doesn't work. It has to be through the heart, through the emotion and healing. And that is what we would say. And we are sad to hear that many of you have had so many challenges and there is so much grief. But we would also say to you, and we know that, and we do not say this to trigger you, so we want to be clear. We want to be clear. We are not saying this to upset you. But we would ask you to give it a try for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a week or 4 weeks or whatever you could. But try changing your perspective and moving into gratitude. And you could say there is nothing good in your life. Well, we would start by saying you get to come on these global meditations for free. There's something to be grateful for. That there is this vibration you are accessible to. Maybe you have clothes in your closet, or maybe you have food in your refrigerator. And yes, you can always focus on the lack of what you don't have, what you want more of. But if you can change your perspective even a little bit and move more and more into what you call gratitude, and it's not about the big things, it's about the little things that maybe you had a good sleep, or you went to the grocery store and your favorite soup was on sale, or whatever it is, that you have good people in your life, that you are in less pain than you were before, or that the sun came out and shone. The more you can move into gratitude, the easier your life becomes. And we know that it sounds like a cliche, but it is truth. And what happens is many of you get stuck in downward spirals of grief and pain, of lack of forgiveness, anger, and resentment. So if you look and feel that you are still being a victim, that life is happening to you and people and things and circumstances are making your life bad or hell, then you are in victim mode. And then it is near impossible to come out of it because you are not taking responsibility for your choices. And again, we do not say this to upset anyone or to trigger anyone. So let us just read a couple more, and we realize we're much late, but thank you for this meditation and your explanations. Thank you very much. I will try to be more in gratitude. I have so much to be thankful, including all of you. You are most welcome, beloved. And Anna Lurai talks a lot about gratitude, but it is so true. It is the fastest way to change your life, really and truly. And another person says, I recently heard, gratitude is the gateway to freedom. We like this. That is a beautiful. Anna Lurai heard something yesterday from one of her people in one of her groups, and we will share it with you now on her behalf. And this is going to be this individual's motto or mantra for 2023. I allow it to be easy. I allow it to be easy. And some on planet Earth get stuck in the drama that it's not, life isn't as exciting if it isn't dramatic. And we can tell you that when you move into the real, true vibrations of peace, the original code of peace, it is the most profound state of being. It is not dull or boring in any way. It is, we would say it is like floating, if you could imagine floating being beautiful. We want nothing more than all of you to have a great life. We want nothing more to see all of you sovereign and to stand in your own power and your own love and awareness. And that is coming. And you chose to be here. You chose. And so we applaud each one of you that is here now. You chose to be here to move through this on behalf of so many billions and billions of souls, to help change Earth, to help raise the vibration, to allow Mother Gaia to move into her next level, and Karila to come forth and co-create the new Earth with you. You are all magnificent beings of light. You are what we call the A-team. You are the ones who signed up to be here, and only the best are here now. And we know that in this dense illusion that you forget you are the best, and that you look at your lack and your wounds, and you look in the mirror and you don't see the magnificence that we see. Why do you think so many collectives and beings of light and angels and ascended masters come so often now to be here present with you? We are doing everything we can on our side to support you. And we will give you an example. And we have it up on your screen. And this is not an advertisement. But Soul Connections, Anna Larai didn't know why or how she was creating it. She was simply following the promptings that we give her and the guidance. And she got very excited about it. And on Saturday, we will tell you that she started to cry as Non shared what this was really about. She was overwhelmed with the energy and responsibility of it. But it, as an example, is an opportunity to help you. And we create as many of these as we can. But you have to make your choices. And some of you choose every Tuesday to be here with us. And we love that. So look at what choices you're going to make that will make your life better in 2023. Even if it is something like you're going to walk to the park every day and look at the flowers and the trees and the children playing. Or you're going to have half an hour of silence in a bubble bath where your family members or others can't get in and disturb you. Do things that are good for you. Do things that bring you joy, that make you feel peaceful. Find like-minded people to support you, where you don't feel weird for your questions or your beliefs or how you choose to live your life. Because being part of a community helps you. It helps you to feel that connection. And as we have said before, and Anna Larai says to you, you must remember that you can't get to oneness alone. You can't get to unity consciousness alone. And that is where your planet is moving. into those vibrations where you are more supportive of each other, where you are not polarized, where you are not in separation, where you are remembering your magnificence. And we hope that we have assisted you. We know that we have said many other things we don't usually say in this time frame, but we hope that this was helpful to you. And know that for those of you wanting extra help, we would always recommend that you talk to Anna Larai, for she is far more gifted than she gives herself credit for, and we are always there supporting the energies and assisting you on your journey. We love you so dearly, and we are so grateful for our co-creations. We are the alchemy. Hi, everybody. It's Anna Larai. And thank you so much for staying and hearing what they had to say. They really had a lot to say tonight. They don't usually go into that, but it's obviously important. So thank you, everyone who asked some of those questions. And let's see, there was someone. Dawn, I will write you back, okay? All right, and others saying, thank you for all you do to assist this earth. Very positive and supportive, super important topics tonight. All right, everybody, have a great day. Tomorrow's a full moon, and that means the energies are extra strong. I look forward to seeing some of you tomorrow night on the guided full moon meditations. And my blessings and love to each of you. So appreciate you being here. Bye for now. Have a great week.